Come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive, break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shining the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm. I bet I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive, break the immortal down to his demise. I make the moon blue, I'm making pigs fly, now I move mountains. I would've beaten the heart of a crash test dummy, I'm more so astounded. Yeah. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I do the impossible, impossible. Impossible, impossible.
It's that hate, boy.
Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Know when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Cause when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. Tell them line it up like a 4th and 1. We sneaky when we slide them. Y'all on offense with no defense. Now y'all time is up. We make the hits, y'all take the hits, and now we fired up. 3, 2, 1, don't need no break. Hut 1, hut 2, give it straight, that's how I like it. And we grind it every night to make it hit, now it's exciting. See, they just getting cake, they ain't never gonna get no ice. And all we want is chips, ring fingers looking ice. My day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we end it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it, but it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulate the whole team. Know when you riding like we riding with each other, ain't no I in this. It's the whole team. Share it with the whole team. Congratulations.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today our coverage kicks off with a good one here between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. It's been a tradition since the early days of the NFL, and we're off on Thanksgiving Day in Detroit. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. This defense for the Bears, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. The Lions at 6-4 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on, put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
11.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. Forced out to his left. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. He's got room at the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
11 MT, tight. 11 MT, tight. 11 MT, 11 MT.
Burrow will throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So after the loss of down, they'll come up here with a second and goal. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Third and goal. Burrow. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up fourth down. And his kick is indeed good, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. All in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Zadarius Smith able to get him down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Hobbs, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
But Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. And going back essentially through the first century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day, the only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Backed up where they were on this side of the field. That was a gutsy call.
A gutsy call that never should have happened. Not so much them going for it. That's their decision. But where's the defensive front? Where's the leverage? Where's the low man wins? Where's getting into the offensive backfield and spilling the play? How did they permit them to pick up a first down in that situation?
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Up the middle they go. Hobbs, but he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
And it's a fake. He's going to throw it, and he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
On 1, ready?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
11 mighty.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And this one's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 53 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
If they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I
I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right out and right up the middle.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11, 11, 11, 11.
They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. That's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Now it's Fields. Looking for a slot man, and he's got him. And he will have the Bears first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Hobbs. And space tough to come by there. So to get maybe a yard to the 37. You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Fields going to hold on to it. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Fields. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st. On 1st down, Hobbs. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Rolling to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll try the left side. Hobbs. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up. The Lions now are going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Now Fields. And a throw right sideline is complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 16. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the 1st half winds down.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Off the option, here's Montgomery. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Sly able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3. He's airing it out for Williams. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 15. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
He's got Fuller. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now it's 3rd and 4.
The goal of the wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Here we go on 4th down, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he is going to have the Bears first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. They'll run on first down. Hobbs. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Fields completes a Mooney on the slant. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, Hobbs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll go option on second down, right side. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out on the field for a long time, and that last run, they just come right through them.
They'll try the option on third down. Read option, here's Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They snap it to Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Now it's Burrow. Steps away to his left. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First down, here's Burrow. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter. But now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
On play action, Fields. And this one is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. To throw again on second down, Fields. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades.
Back now at Ford Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. This offense so far on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be third and a mile. Back to throw, Fields. He finds Mooney here on the comeback route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll try the left side. Hobbs. Room here to run. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th.
Off play action, Fields.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker, and the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Play action. It's Fields. He hits Mooney going across the middle. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Over the middle, it's complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They'll try the left side. Hobbs, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bears have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Here we go.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. In motion left comes Williams.
11.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
11 empty.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears have just about sewn up this football game. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. You have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. They run the counter. Hobbs. And some room to roam now. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He's got it to the 43 here. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Looks like he'll throw here. And his throw is incomplete.
He's only thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 3rd down, Hobbs. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out, but I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, I don't know if
if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards, Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
Here we go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah.
He's got a man complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, 75 yards. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. He'll pitch it back, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Chicago, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And now they get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers.